Good morning, Coach Brian here with Cause Events, and it's Saturday morning here in Chula Vista, lovely, beautiful, sunny Chula Vista. So, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about cycling shoes for your triathlon. Now, there are shoes specifically made for triathlon. For example, these shoes, they open to the outside so as not to interfere with your chain or any other devices on your bike, and you would open this and slide your foot out. Now, one thing about these is a lot of athletes will have these clipped onto their bike before they even get on the bike, and they'll hop on the bike, they'll slide their foot in while they're riding, and they'll hold a rubber band back here to the axle, and the rubber band will break when they start pedaling, and they'll just be going. These are pretty good. The one thing about a shoe like this is the cleat on the bottom. It extends for basically about a ½ inch down. You can see that right there. And so you're walking on the ball of your foot or running on it, trying to run out of transition. And same thing with these cycling shoes. I'm using speed plays, but you may use SPDs or looks or other types. But you always have this cleat at the bottom of the shoe that sticks down. And you can only run so fast in a shoe like this. Now, this is just a regular standard cycling shoe. It's a Shimano brand. The other one was an LG brand. And this is okay, again, for doing a triathlon. If this is what you have, you race with what you have. My choice is a mountain bike shoe. And this shoe, for example, has the cleat buried inside the tread, so you don't see it sticking down out of the tread. And you can get a full stride running on this. You can go full speed without a problem. And it's a good shoe to use. Now, it's heavier. This shoe's fairly light. It's carbon fiber on the bottom. This shoe isn't. It's not that light. And if you were a pro and you needed every little marginal gain that you could get, I'd say go with this. You will typically run out of transition barefoot. Put these on, and then when you dismount your bike, you're going to just take your feet out of these and run in. But for the rest of us mortals, I would use this because you can get a lighter weight shoe, but the cleat smaller, and it's buried right in the tread of these, so you can get into a full-blown sprint without any problem. Put the shoe on in transition, clip in, and when you're dismounting, ready to come into the transition zone, you can either clip out or just slide your foot out of these. Now, these do open to the inside of the shoe, so there may be a chance it might get stuck in your chain. So typically when I would do that, I would just pull it open and it flips back over. So I would just pull it open and start to slide my foot out without pedaling, because you can't do it when you're pedaling. And then it's going to flop back over in there anyway. And you're going to have a much better experience with a mountain bike shoe, or you can just run in with it, just unclip and run in with it. Switch shoes when you get into the transition zone. Now, one thing, if you're doing a sprint triathlon and you don't really have any cycling shoes, you can do it with a sneaker. Now, the time that you save on changing shoes may be the big difference on where you place in the race. So you want to make sure that you choose the right shoe for the job. If there's a lot of climbing involved, you're probably going to want to have a shoe with a clipless pedal, like a SPD or a Speed Play or any of a variety of them, or the mountain bike shoe. You're going to gain on that climb immensely, because you can use the upstroke of your leg as well as the downstroke for power. And the distribution of power is a lot easier when you're using a clipless pedal versus a flat pedal and a sneaker. If it's a fairly flat triathlon, I would just say go with the sneaker and not worry about any of the upstroke, because you're going to hop off that bike, put it on the rack, put your hat on, of course take your helmet off, and run out of transition in a hurry. Okay, so if you have any comments on that, leave me a comment. If you have any thoughts, go ahead and leave a comment. Like this video so it gets pushed out to more people in our community. There's a lot of people always looking for content, and the best way to make sure that the content gets out there for everybody is to like and also subscribe, so you get any new content that's created delivered right to your desktop or your tablet or your phone. When you're looking for something, it'll come up right in your feed. That's what I have for you today. You have a great day out there. It's late springtime, and we're looking toward summer. So you have a great weekend, and we'll see you at the next race.